In this video today, I want to talk to you guys about the a double pec stretch utilizing 2 sticks. All right, now, yeah, I know I need to come up with a fancier name than that, but that's pretty much what it is we're doing. So a lot of people do the traditional chest stretches, like up against the wall where you're doing one arm at a time, or you go inside the double doorway stretch where like you're in a doorway and you're using both the walls of the door to help stretch you out. The problem with that is you're not taking your shoulder through the natural range of motion it's supposed to. What do I mean by that? Well, when you do your stretch, one of the most effective ways to stretch out the pecs, the bicep tendon, the shoulder, all that stuff, is to take it through its natural range of motion while it's being stretched out. And when you isolate the motion to, being up against the wall or with being in the doorway, it's hard for you to recreate that. So one of the ways we picked up along the many years we've been doing this is utilizing 2 sticks, where we usually use the big orange sticks from the company Stick Mobility. They work phenomenally. However, they're a little fucking expensive. So what we did is we went to Home Depot, right? We got 2 6-inch sticks, right? We put them in duct tape so this way nobody gets splinters, because that shit sucks. And what we did is we modified this exercise. However, for taller individuals, these might be a little short. Ideal height for these is like 7 inches, all right? Sorry, 7 inches, 7 feet. Good luck with that one. So what you do is you're gonna take the 2 sticks, you're gonna jam them up against the wall, because you don't want them moving anywhere. You want them actually in the corner of the wall. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take myself in a position where I'm bowing forward so I get the stretch in my lat and my shoulders. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna move myself around in a way where I'm able to get into my pecs, right? I'm leaning forward. Notice how I have 1 foot forward and 1 foot backwards. So this way, I'm not like this supporting myself with my chest muscles. Because if you're keeping the tension on the chest muscle, it's never gonna relax. You're just holding yourself up. So my weight is on my forward leg, right? I'm on my forward leg, I'm on my back leg, and I'm leaning forward to take the stretch in my pecs. And what I'm doing through here, is I'm moving myself through a range of motion where I'm able to actually get the stretch and lean into it and sit and move through all those sticking points. Like right here's a big one for people. My neck's extended, right? My collarbones are down, I'm opening up my pecs. I can actually push off my back leg and get deeper into that stretch. And I'm just holding it. I'm a big fan of holding stretches for 90 seconds to up to 3 minutes. Why is that? Well, because initially you have this effect, it's called the guarding effect, right? When your body senses these sudden stretches that it's not used to, it goes into defense mode. So this way, inadvertently like rip your arm out of your socket or get these massive tears, right? So the first 30 seconds behind any stretch that you're doing, your body's gonna tense up, it's gonna send some tension, it's gonna try to protect itself from tearing, right? After those first 30 seconds, you'll notice that tension slacks off, and then you'll get your secondary tension where you'll feel the stress of the stretch. Try saying that 5 times fast. You'll feel a shift somewhere else slightly different in the muscle, right? And then after the second set of 30 seconds, you'll have a third set of 30 seconds, right? Where that's when you're really gonna get the true stretch that you wanted the entire time. And what's happening is you're relaxing in this muscle and you're giving all the fascia, the scar tissue, and all that stuff a chance to break up, right, to stretch out. And because now you've had the tension on it for so much longer, now you're really able to get to the base of the problem, where for most people, it's not a muscular issue, it's more of a connective tissue issue, like your tendons, your ligaments, fascia, all that stuff. So, like I said, these sticks are a little short for me. I'm about 6'1". Somebody who's a little bit more vertically challenged might be able to get away with these. But if you're 6 feet taller, if you're 6 feet or taller, you'll probably want a stick that's about 7 feet tall. If you get the Stick Mobility sticks from Amazon or their website or whatever, they're a phenomenal set of sticks for stretching out the shoulders. But like I said, if you're over 6 feet, you're gonna want something about 7 feet tall. If you're under 6 feet, you could probably get away with the 6 feet sticks. Now, that doesn't mean your door stretches aren't good. It just means that there's a better way to do them. Now, for those of you guys looking to stretch out 1 arm at a time, all right? Another way, I've actually been a big fan of this for years. Another way we typically stretch out our shoulder while keeping the same mobility concept, right, is by using rubber bands. I don't know why I didn't put this up before. So what I'm gonna do, and the size rubber band you're gonna wanna use can basically be determined by how much strength you have, right? So very similar to the sticks, what I'm gonna do, right, I'm gonna have my 1 arm up, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch out. I'm gonna have to turn my body a little more to take my shoulder and my pec through that fuller range of motion, right? Going nice and slow, working through all the connective tissue, because you got to keep in mind, your shoulder is your most mobile joint in your body. So being that it's the most mobile joint in your body, right, you want to try to take it through the full range of motion possible. And you're going to notice, like for me right here, certain spots are more tender and tight than others. Where other spots are gonna be a little more forgiving. Now don't do this one. I do this one, right? The handcuff stretch. I go from there, all right? I'm going around, keeping the tension on the band, so this way I'm taking my arm through that full range of motion. All my pitchers out there, what does this look like? Looks like the beginning of your pitch, right? Going all the way through that range of motion, I'm up and I'm down. So we did the chest stretch, both arms at the same time with the sticks. We also did it with the rubber bands. Those are probably two of the better stretches you can do for your chest. We'll do one last one real quick with the rubber band just because I gotta stretch out my other arm anyway, right? So for those of you guys who are getting ready to do your bench press, one of the areas we get really tight in is right here when our shoulders collapse in. So we really wanna open up this particular motion right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of take a lot of my shoulder muscles out. What I'm gonna do, instead of going with the arm straight, I'm gonna lock and load my arm like this, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my arm tight to my body. And what I'm gonna try to do is really sit into the band, be careful with this one, and let this open up this area right between my shoulder and my pec. I'm gonna look away from it. I'm just gonna hold it. Same thing, 30, 60, 90 seconds, whatever you have to get out of it. Just so it has a chance to really I'm pushing off my back leg. My arm is relaxed, right? So get that stretch, and you'll notice as you hang out there more, that initial tension that's there goes away, and then you start feeling the stretch slowly come across the upper pec and shoulder. So then if you to go do your heavy bench press afterwards, you're a little more loose up, you're a little more tight, which is important because for everybody these days, everybody's in front of their computer, everybody's sitting down. Most people have lost that strength in their upper back and shoulders to stand upright and support proper posture. I can't talk today. So those three stretches are super critical, if not more so now than ever before, because like I said, almost everybody that we work with has bad posture just because of the situation everybody's in these days. So guys, hopefully that helped you out. Take those, put them in your crack pipe and smoke it, add it to your routine. No, really, don't smoke crack. Crack's not good. But put this in your routine though. If you have any questions on this exercise, like always, do me a favor, leave a comment in the comment section below, and either myself or somebody from the team's gonna get a hold of you, help work you through whatever sticking point you're at. Or if there's another particular question you're having an issue with that you just know what to do me a favor, reach out to us, because you never know. We're looking for new content each week, and the next video we do next week might be your idea. Thanks for stopping by. See you in the next one.